I started out doing all of these drawings in a sketchbook, and I didn't think anything of it. They're just my sketchbook. And my dad was like, hey, you should show these to people. And I was like, nah, it's not a big deal, it's just a drawing. But in one of my classes, I had to present my sketchbook to my professor. And he saw some potential in it, and he's like, maybe you should take your sketches and put them on a higher quality paper and just see what happens. And that's what I did. And I focused on just drawing whatever came to mind, not really trying to say something specific or have some sort of universal opinion on anything. Just draw whatever is in me and put it on paper. And I noticed that my artwork became more honest and just sort of raw. And I liked it, so I continued with it. And when I was done, I saw that I had themes coming along in my work. I had these groups of women in these strange clothing doing activities that I didn't know what they were, but it was interesting, so I kept up with it.
You know, Amanda's drawings to me were like whole worlds. And she's such an extraordinary draftsman, like the quality of the line, just the drawings, you know, were beautiful, but there were these narratives that were really evocative that I felt were telling much larger, grander stories than maybe even she realized. It felt really epic to me. These tiny, intimate drawings felt like an epic unfolding, and it felt like she was ready to kind of, push the drawings into a larger space, and I thought it would be really exciting to work with her to make that happen.
Well, the idea for this project sort of came up when I was pregnant, because I was presented very suddenly with a choice that I had to make, and I was in no way prepared to make, but I was very grateful that I had that choice. And throughout my pregnancy, I didn't draw. I didn't do anything. I just focused on like what was happening with my body and all these things, and I became really interested in all these movements that I kept hearing about from people of the Personhood Act and different bills that are being introduced and things that are restricting your rights and working rights, and it freaked me out, and it freaked me out more when I found out I was having a girl, because if I'm going to bring her into this society or into this world, what kind of world is it going to be? And after I had her, and I heard about the spotlight, because I'd heard about it in college and things like that, I was like, well, maybe I should try to voice those opinions, because they're very strong right now, because I have, Alice, and I still have all the emotions, especially since I didn't vent anything at all when I was pregnant, and that's like 9 months. And that's a big deal, for someone that is that's used to venting everything through the visual medium.
Amanda's work for me is really interesting and important because of the subject matter, and because of her application of this, and she's creating a narrative that's not just a personal one on her own story, Amanda's story about her own pregnancy and her own body, but also one that's applicable to all women.
The title of the show is Vocum, Voice, and it's essentially my voice, me saying what I think and what I feel about these issues. I propose to have several pieces, a few large ones, about 3 by 4 feet, and then some little 5 by 5 inch ones. The large ones are more focused on a group or community of women, so there'll be more figures in them, and lots more just going on, and how a community of women, or not just in Oklahoma, but I guess in the whole United States, because it's happening everywhere, would be affected by these things. And then the small one's more focused on the individual and how the individual would be affected.
We were really interested in her proposal because it was something that is really applying to people, and it was very important that this kind of imagery is shown and that this kind of subject matter is talked about.
One of the things that we talked about, which was really interesting, was her use of language and how she felt about titles, and how titles were another tool for her in making the work and the narrative more robust, and really kind of helping to define how viewers could connect with the work. And she has some great ideas about how she uses language and titles.
Spotlight has given me the opportunity to create something that I otherwise would not have been able to create. It's given me a set of deadlines, so I have to push myself to do them. especially with having a baby and things like that. And it's given me a platform that I wouldn't have had. And so I get to share my work with my family and friends, but people beyond that. And they get to see what I think and what I feel, and I get to just show it. And if they like it, they like it. And if they don't, they don't. But hopefully it will touch them in a way. Because my images are so small and so detailed, you have to get close to them to look at them. And I want to convey that sort of intimacy that I feel with my work and try to give that to other people. And I know that sometimes people are a little taken aback because some of them are a little grotesque in a way, but hopefully they can still appreciate there is some beauty in there, and you can find beauty in the grotesque and things like that. So Spotlight's just given me a tremendous opportunity to just create and to do something that I love, and I'm very, very thankful for it.